Who gonna be first? Let's see. Who gonna be first? Who gonna be first?
Oh, it stinks in here.
Ashley Young.
Like eucalyptus.
Okay, wait a minute. No.
Ooh.
Demon Slayer was first.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, they pouring in like the rain outside, honey.
Somebody OD'd on some eucalyptus out here.
It's okay.
Ooh.
Eucalyptus makes the heart go pitter patter, flitter patter.
Okay.
Okay, y'all, it is pouring here. So we may buffer a little tonight. We may freeze up, but that's okay. We're gonna march on through. Sup, deep. Wanda, that was funny. That's all I'm gonna say. That was hilarious. I caught the joke. I caught it. I'm gonna say, whoop, I got it. And it was absolutely hilarious.
Letting you call roll.
Oh, I'm roll calling? Oh, okay. What's up, cat lover? Kiwi, Kitty, Deep South, Amy Davis, Amanda's Garden, Simply Circus. Do, 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 do. It's like a song. You know what I'm talking about. We will Facebook as it is if you seriously don't know what I'm talking about. JS Farms 2004. YR Gold or WY Gold. Oldest Dirt. TT. Christine Funnery Creations. Funnery. No, you know what? No, she's what I said because you know what she said? Hey Robyn and Mr. Robyn. Seriously? Okay, there's Tanya being funny. Rain! Rain, you're at my house right now.
It's hot in here.
May be quiet tonight, busy someone, but I wanted Robyn to know I'm here in support.
Who is that?
Revelation Homestead. Liber Lady.
Why, hello there.
Oh, see, now see, Wanda trying to be funny. She's like, okay, Mr. Robyn, let me know. Okay, Wanda, you got even more jokes. Oh, okay. Sup, pet? Orphan Lady. Sugar Mama. Angel Man.
LOL at Mr. Robyn.
Everybody got jokes. So, everybody, look what my daughter made for me.
She's learning how to crochet, and so she learned how to do a chain.
And then she put a little bucket.
And then she learned how to do a double crochet into a magic circle.
And so she puts essential oils. That stinks, Josh.
Oh, man.
So she put essential oils in it, so it's like a diffuser necklace. Also, what I learned is that if you're dropping a deuce and it stinks,
Oh my god!
you put this right here, and then you just smell the essential oil, and you won't be smelling the deuce. So. What are you doing?
I was just looking at numbers.
This is not your zone tonight.
I kind of want to brush over compliance real quick when everybody gets here and tell y'all how we're able to do this show.
It's a sissy one. Kitty, what's the numbers?
Oh.
Oh. Oh.
Tell me when it gets to 9:05-ish.
Okay.
You better start thinking.
What's up, Brooklyn girl?
What?
Wanda made it extremely funny in the last show.
Oh, what did she say?
I'll tell you later.
Okay.
See, yeah, I'm gonna be in trouble with you guys. I can't believe you're not asking about it. That's what my mind is just blown. Wow. I'm kind of heartbroken.
You don't have, check your Skype. You got a message on Skype.
That's old.
Oh. Is Kitty in here?
Yeah, Kitty's in here. Palmetto's not in here or he'd be busting me on it. See, that's what I'm just saying. Hold on. Amanda Garden's got it. And I think Amanda's Garden should be the winner tonight.
Man, you can't say that. I just sent her sample in the mail today.
Alright, you diss her like that. I ain't dissing her.
Alright. So, 9:05. Alright. Anybody here?
I can't believe I did that.
Numbers is the word to win the oil. I won. Okay, so real quick. A lot of people were ever in Amanda's conversation real quick. I want to cover compliance. Or does anybody care? Give me a hands up if you want to know what it means, if it means anything, what it means to you, anything like that. It was buffering.
Well, we're in the middle of a storm.
I know we're in the middle of a storm, but I hadn't seen any orange yet. But here to learn, not for the sample.
Okay, up.
Okay,
Please explain.
please explain. Okay.
Was that boobies?
So here's the thing, guys.
Tell it, Robyn. Yes, please. You put it out there, Robyn. You go, girl.
You can't.
Rain just had a lot of hot flashes. Okay.
Larry Sage.
Freedom Maker said, I didn't mean to get into that. Hopefully you can clarify.
I will. I'm getting ready to. And maybe it might help you identify what you were doing that they might have called a compliance issue. Okay. So the overall meaning and the reason why this makes any bit of difference is the Food Drug Administration can't make any money in oils because you can't trademark, you can't copyright, you can't whatever a thing that naturally occurs. You can't go out and copyright clary sage because it's a natural plant. You can't do any of that. So there's no money. What?
Nothing. Keep talking.
So there's no money in the essential oil business other than just producing it. And so what the Food and Drug Administration has said is that they are requiring lengthy studies if you're going to claim anything can cure or heal an ailment. So you have to be very careful not to say, and you'll see me say stuff like it aids or it supports or it helps. It's really good at helping with that. And because we are not going to say that something cures or something heals something, because then I had a conversation with somebody earlier. They sent us a YouTube message, and they asked me if this oil would heal something, and I said, well, look, I don't truly believe that any medication, can heal a lot of the ailments that are going on. Like, I can understand, like, if you have an infection, that can get rid of the infection, but I'm not going to say that something cures or heals. I don't have enough power. I don't have enough faith in man-made drugs. So that's the biggest part of compliance. The other part is that when you start to say a company's name, whether it be Young Living, doTERRA, Mountain Rose, whatever, they don't want their name associated with something that could be wrong. So if you say company X's oil is going to cure blah blah blah, and it's not been proven that it cures blah 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 by the FDOS standards, then you're not compliant. You can't say that. And I feel like, and I think Amanda said this too, is you have to be responsible. You can't go around making claims of stuff that's not substantiated. So different companies, will take it to certain levels of what they want you to do, what they don't want you to do. A lot of companies don't want you to put their name on your personal website. They want you to they'll provide a website for you. So these are the kind of issues. Anybody have any questions on that? Is that pretty clear?
Oh, no. No, I mean, it's clear, but there's definitely
no questions. Nobody's... Okay. So did I clarify that? Do people understand what compliant means? There's also some other, like, crazy rules, like you can't give away certain, like, there's stuff that they've added that's not necessarily about social media, but, like, I was listening to one of my uplines say that they can't give away books or anything like that. Like, that's why, like, these books here, you'll see that they give you the information on the actual oil. They don't put a name or a company with it. It's just going to tell you what the oil does. And that's what I'm trying to do. And we'll get a little bit more careful with this. When Jason puts the bottle up to the video, we'll have him put his finger over the name of the company, so that we can just try to stay as compliant as possible with that. But if you ever want to ask me what company I'm with, just email me. I mean, it's not a secret, but, we try not to get into that on the videos too much. Alright? Fair enough? Okay. So, any questions?
No.
None? Okay. Why are you being a butt?
I'm not. It's just your women in here.
Or what? Busting your chops about clary sage?
No.
What?
They're just... It's not called hot flashes to them. It's a power surge, and...
That's funny.
menopause was a nuclear reaction.
Mm-hmm.
All stuff that's I'm just gonna give me wonderful dreams tonight.
Okay, so let's talk about Ylang Ylang. And again, these videos are to help you understand the use of the actual herb / oil. Like this particular one comes from a flower, so it would be the flower. This is just to kind of give you, you're going to have to get them. This just gives you the general idea of what the oil itself is good for.
We need the Ylang Ylang.
Now, Ylang Ylang has been referred to as the poor man's jasmine. And one thing I learned when I was doing all my research on Ylang Ylang is that there are several grades of this oil, and it's based on the distillation process. Depending on how long it goes, it actually gets better, and you're pulling out more and more of the oil when you do that. I think the first, I can't think of how they go, but there's one stage and then it goes like grade 1, 2, and 3. And that very first grade, the very first step before grade 1 is what they use for like perfumes. That's when it still smells the sweetest, and so it's got a nice sweet flowery smell. But when as you continue to steam distill it, you will, yeah, there you go. Alright, so that's it right there. Alright, cool, perfect. Really? Now why would you do that?
Look, we've been done about 12
It
videos
doesn't
already.
matter,
Now
but-
you want to start acting that way? Forget
Well,
about
no,
it.
but I mean, I asked you to do something a certain way.
I did do it a certain way.
Yeah. Okay.
Robyn, what can I use for poison ivy?
My first inclination is to tell you Melaleuca. Let me look it up real quick just to make sure. I'm not even seeing poison ivy on here. Oh, there it is. This is saying frankincense, lavender. The lavender would be for the soothing. Cleansing blend, that would be to pull out, when it starts to weep. Frankincense, just for general properties. What? What?
Nothing.
Okay, so back to the distillation process. It's steam distilled just like everything else. It goes through a process. When it gets past like 14 hours, that's when you're starting to get into the real true extraction. When they get to, it's past 14 hours, it actually becomes what they call complete, where it goes through all the stages of distillation. And that's where you have the pure grade, where it's the 100% of the oil. So, where is it cultivated? It's cultivated in Madagascar. And there's even a little island that's off to the southeast, out in the middle of the ocean, the island's actually called Reunion. And it's out in the Indian Ocean out east of Madagascar. And the reason why I bring that up is because the history that goes along with this. I had said before, and I misspoke, it's not Ylang Ylang that Cleopatra used, it was rose oil. But Ylang Ylang is actually used for the same reasons, just not by her. It's a little bit later in history, around the 16th, 17th century. There's a long history of use in the Eastern and Western civilizations. Indonesia, they would spread the flower petals on the bed of newlyweds. And then in the Philippines, healers would use the people.
Sorry.
The people that would do their witch doctors or whatever would use the flower petals in salves to treat like snake bites, insect bites, cuts, burns, and scrapes. So in the Philippines, that's what they would use it for. In the Molucca Islands, it was the primary ingredient that they used in a hair pomade known as Macassar oil. And a pomade is just like a substance that women would use to style their hair. So what happened is this became so popular that it was actually named Macassar oil. And in Victorian England, the women would use this to fix their hair. And they actually made a chair cover or furniture cover called an anti-macassar, which was the covering that protected upholstery from that pomade staining the furniture. So I thought that was pretty cool.
What is the best grade to get, says Tam's Place?
That would be just 100%. Some companies call it certified pure therapeutic grade. And the reason they do that is so that they could say that it's clean enough to, if it can be ingested, that's what they use to say that that's the safest that you can get, because it's the pure 100% oil. It's not been processed with any other oil or anything like that. And then the different grades of of Ylang Ylang are used for different things. Like if you have soaps and perfumes, that's going to be your first process, because you're not getting rid of all of the sweet flowery smell. Now, as far as the medicinal use, it was first discovered, and this is kind of funny, there were French chemists, and one of the chemists' name was Garnier, just like the hair, just like the shampoo and conditioner company. They were chemists doing research on that island I was telling you about, and they discovered that Ylang Ylang made an effective treatment for all types of disease, like malaria, typhus, and also intestinal infection. And this makes sense because out there in the middle of nowhere, I mean, it's this little bitty island out in the middle of the ocean. So you imagine water, there was probably a lot of issues and disease with water. So they were testing this oil on, the oil and also the flowers themselves, on being able to treat disease. They also noticed that there was a calming effect on the heart when there were times of stress. So even in Oriental medicine, that's what they used it for. The primary use was they would actually take the petals and rub them over the chest to help lower heart rate. The interesting fact that I found out about this is that Ylang Ylang is used in a lot of the top line perfumes that are out now. The biggest one being, and I'll see how many of my women know this one, Chanel 5. Even my men should know this one. The older generation should know. Chanel number 5 is a pretty popular high dollar perfume. And Ylang Ylang is actually one of the top ingredients that's put into Chanel number 5. Another thing that I found interesting was the quality of your oil is directly related to what time of day that the flowers are picked. The best time to pick them is early in the morning, because that's when there's the best oil, because the flowers are actually pollinated by night moths. So, and it's also between that and then the effect of the temperature dropping at night, and then the dew on the flowers first thing in the morning, all of that together culminate together to make the oil the best and the most powerful when it's picked first thing in the morning. And not only that, but they can't just pick them and let them sit all day. They have to pick them and they have to be distilled in a very short period of time. So that's pretty much a little bit about where it's come from, what it's being used commercially for. So now let's get into what kind of things you can use the oil for.
Will it purify water?
No. Nope. One of the very first things, I already mentioned this, is for heart health. Especially in times of shock and trauma situations, where we've talked before about vasodilators, where it opens up the blood vessels. This is actually a vasoconstrictor. It has vasoconstrictive properties. So it would actually help. You can either... This oil, clary sage, lavender, and frankincense, those 4 oils are the most helpful oils to help with regulating blood pressure. It helps maintain your heartbeat so you don't have arrhythmia or tachycardia. It can actually, because of it being able to constrict your blood vessels, it can help you to regulate heartbeat. Let's see. Okay. Now, there's some funny properties about this oil. It has stimulant properties, but it's also a mild sedative. Now, we tend to think that sedative means it's going to make you go to sleep. But sedative can also mean that it has calming properties. So what this does is it'll make you feel euphoric and happy, but it kind of levels you out, and it makes you to where you're not, bouncing off the walls, but you're still in a good, happy place, I guess is the best way to put that. Now, the cool thing about this oil is that it directly affects your olfactory system. So you have that immediate sense because it goes straight up. When you inhale it and it goes straight up into your nose and into your brain, you've got a direct connection. So works pretty quick. You can have positive effects on your mood pretty quickly. A lot of people have said that this can be used to how's the right way to say this?
Hi, Sandy Harper, first time viewer.
People with depression will use this oil to help lift up their mood a little bit.
Night, Tanya.
Tanya's going to bed. Okay. So it's a natural treatment, I guess, or it's a natural see, because I don't want to say like substitute, because you really don't. You want to kind of use a couple of different things when you're talking about depression. You don't just want to rely on one, and that's the thing. Like when we do stuff with Jason or I here at the house, we don't rely on just one oil. We try several. We mix a couple just to see what gives us the best results. So Ylang Ylang is definitely one of those. People with depression, it can help with mood enhancement. Okay, so another thing is with this sedative property is it can help with insomnia. People who have insomnia or chronic fatigue syndrome, this oil can definitely help. It helps lower stress. So that, remember, we're talking about that euphoric property. It can help alleviate some of that stress so that, one, you're able to sleep and have a nice restful sleep, but it also I'm trying to think. I was looking into chronic fatigue because I'm always thinking about Tara from Living on a Dime when I see anything about chronic fatigue. And what it is that this oil helps with your endocrine system, which is where all of your adrenal glands and things like that are. And that's where chronic fatigue comes from, is from adrenal fatigue. And so Ylang Ylang actually helps with that. The fatigue is being relieved, and so you're not having, the stress is not wearing you down. You have any other questions yet?
No.
Okay. Alright, so another one is skincare. I've seen, doing all the different research, I saw that it said that it can help prevent signs of aging. I don't know that to be true, but they say that with a regimen of that with some jojoba oil, you can like two drops in there and do it twice a day. It actually helps tighten up the skin a little bit. It is a tonic, so it has tonic properties, I guess is the better way to say that. Let's see. Another thing that I read about is, does anybody know what seborrheic maybe is a better way to say it? Dermatitis. It's a fancy word for cradle cap that babies have, but you've also seen it in people with dermatitis that looks a little bit like eczema, but it's more of like a yellow tint to it. This actually, there's a lot of suggestions to do with like the oil to put on those areas, and that helps to alleviate some of that distress on the skin. One thing, and again, because they use this in perfume, you know it smells good. It's got a really good smell to it. Even though it's been processed out to where it doesn't have as much of the sweet smell like the perfume does, it's kind of an energizing smell. So you could take it and put it on a cotton ball, apply it to your wrist, neck, chest, like especially like with heart stuff. You can put it just directly onto your chest. I know people with anxiety will take that and rub that on their chest, and it'll help calm them down, because again, you have those sedative properties from their aromatic. Just by inhaling it, it's going to, you know, kind of just calm you down a little bit. Another one is with hair. There's a lot of products like shampoos, and like I was talking about earlier, the hair pomade. You can put, people will put the Ylang Ylang oil in that, or they'll put like coconut oil and the Ylang Ylang oil, put it in there, and it's it makes your hair look healthier and shinier. And that's probably more from the coconut oil, and the Ylang Ylang probably just helps it smell good.
You dilute it when using it on the skin, all this dirt asks.
You should know that answer. In all the literature I read, it says it's safe to use it neat. Neat meaning you don't need to dilute it. However, I still recommend a patch test. Just take a little bit. And I always dilute mine the very first time, just because ever since we had the one scary moment with the oregano, I decided the best thing to do is put it in another carrier oil or carrier lotion first.
Anita R, ask that again at the end, please.
Okay, so yeah, so you can. It's been approved to be used neat. However, just like with anything else, I would recommend diluting it the first time just to see if you have a reaction. Okay, let's see. Alright, some of the things I saw is that it helps with balancing hormones. Ylang Ylang is actually in the women's blend for that reason. It does help with all of those wonderful symptoms that we get once a month. Let's see. This one was kind of hard, guys. There was not a whole lot. This one is really more aromatic to me. I feel like, and even though we're kind of a family-friendly show, it's 9:30 at night, the biggest claim for this one is really its aphrodisiac properties. It's been known to help with increasing your libido. So we'll just leave that there and move on. But that's like whenever you type in Ylang Ylang, I mean, that's why it's used in perfumes. It's got those properties. They use it. One thing I was seeing is that women from like Indonesia and where else did I see? They would actually take the flowers and tuck them down into their hair so you could barely see them, but the aromatic, just the smell of it was enough to be enticing. So that's, you know, kind of the big claim to fame for Ylang Ylang. And then also the heart properties, which I think is funny. But it actually helps with blood pressure, and also it has hypotensive properties. So meaning, and this is one of those, everybody that I've had that have emailed me about having very low blood pressure, this is a good oil for that, because again, we were talking about vasoconstrictor. This actually closes up the blood vessels a little bit, so it can actually raise blood pressure as opposed to lowering blood pressure. It's also, one of the other things I saw was about dizziness and like equilibrium. You could put a little bit on the base, like right at the base of your skull or the top of your forehead and behind your ears. That was one of the protocols I saw for dizziness and equilibrium issues. Was Ylang Ylang. Let's see. What else do I have? Oh, the blends that it's in that I've seen is like a focus blend, which again makes sense to calm you and kind of soothe you. That made sense to me. The calming blend. It's also in the joyful blend because it does have euphoric properties. And then it's in the women's blend, like I said, because of the being able to regulate your hormones and help balance them out. Let's see. One of the other things it said was that it lowers the risk of nerve damage that happens due to diabetes complications. So it helps protect tissue and cells from damage. You can massage several drops over the reflex points on your feet, and then also your abdomen and your pancreas, and that kind of will help.
When you put it in a carrier oil, like you said, how many drops would you put in a tablespoon of carrier oil?
Tablespoon, that's a lot of oil. My general rule when I do mine is I take my hand and I put about like a nickel size of carrier oil, and I put 1 to 2 drops. So maybe like 3 drops to a tablespoon, something like that. That's an awful lot of oil. Like when you really think about it. Okay, so a teaspoon, like maybe 1 to 2 drops in a teaspoon is what I would say.
You're getting popular.
Why?
You got 4 thumbs down already.
Woohoo! Oh, another thing that, so in the endocrine system, we're talking about the adrenal glands. The thing about the hormonal balance in women is, has anybody heard of DHEA levels? I'm sure some of my older women have heard this, but this is one of those, the level that DHEA is the precursor to the hormones when you become a adult. And then they start to decrease as you get older. So what Ylang Ylang can help with is that, to steady that out and even it out. It also can help balance cortisol levels, which cortisol is directly related to like blood sugar, fat, protein, and carbohydrate metabolism, your immune response, blood pressure, all of that stuff. So this helps balance cortisol levels. So, anything that's related to cortisol, this is going to aid with. Okay, so thyroid. We have a lot of people here with hypothyroid issues. This actually helps with a hyperthyroid issue.
Bud wants to know, he says, it sounds like the oil for me. However, should it be used if a low heart rate is an issue?
You already have a low heart rate?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think...
See, Dean, ask that at the end, please. I'm not going to be able to remember, so ask that again, please.
I don't think it would be a problem. It's not meant to slow down your heart rate, but it is a vasoconstrictor. It does close down those blood vessels a little bit. So, well, let's think about this. Let's be rational about this. If you have low blood pressure and it's helping bring it up, I would think if you have low blood pressure, you would have a slow heartbeat, correct? I would think so. So if those two are related, then I would say yes. But I would look into that. And definitely ask, if you have anybody that you can go to about homeopathic stuff, I would definitely just ask about it.
Is it ingestible?
Yes. And when I say ingestible, again, we're talking about a certified therapeutic grade, or certified pure therapeutic grade. This stuff is 100% oil, 100% of the Ylang Ylang oil. So if you got something that was like grade 1 or grade 2, I wouldn't recommend it. But when it's the 100%, yes. It can be ingested. It does have the supplemental facts on the back of the bottle. Although I'm not sure that it would taste all that great. It's kind of one of those, I don't know. I think we're going to try one next week that actually would taste good. Let me see here. What else? Another thing I saw was in the digestive system, it can aid with indigestion and even constipation. For sluggish bowel issues, it can actually help with that, again, because I told you it was a stimulant. So that answers that question too. When I think about it, if it's a stimulant, then it would make sense that as long as you weren't freakishly low on your heart rate, I don't know that it would be that big of a problem. But again, I would still ask.
How much can you take eternally?
Internally? It's like 1 or 2 drops in a capsule. I think usually. A lot of people do them in capsules because it just doesn't taste very good. Just sitting here with it on my fingers. Okay, so this is how I kind of got acclimated with this oil. I bought it because of the women properties of it, and because I was trying to find anything that was going to help with my monthly issues, and so I bought it, and I just didn't like the smell very much. It kind of reminds me almost of like a patchouli, maybe a little bit, and so I kind of, it's not really my favorite smelling oil, but my son absolutely loves it. And I just told him, well, you know what, you go ahead and have the bottle. And then he started burning it in his, he has a diffuser in his room, and he started burning it in his room. And I noticed once it was diffused in the air, it wasn't as bad. But his mood changes. When we run out and I haven't ordered any, you can definitely see a little bit of a change when he's wearing it, or because he'll wear it too. He'll actually put it on. It's kind of got a musky smell to it, and so he'll wear it out, or he'll burn it in his room, and it definitely helps with his mood level. I've noticed a difference in that. And it also helps him to focus more. When he's using it, he does better focusing. And I've gotten to where I kind of need to start reminding him to use it more regularly, because I think it would help a lot with his focus level. Some of the other properties that I saw were that it's got antiseptic and antispasmodic properties, even insect repellent to some extent. Relaxing and sedative properties, but also, again, stimulant, more along the lines of like your bowels. And then again, the vasoconstrictor part. So, and that's pretty much what I could find. It wasn't really that easy of an oil to find a whole lot of stuff about.
You're going to need that book again.
Oh, why?
Because we got to do our giveaway. Okay, Anita R., where are you at? Ask your question again, please. Lonely Prepper says, I need to work with you on a marine blend.
You need to work with me on a marine blend? Oh, I already have one.
It's got Crown and Jack.
Nope.
Yeah, simply, it would be very beneficial to your house.
Is she talking about a calming?
Oh, up to five thumbs down now.
Yay.
Okay, what would be good for overexcitement with kids with ADHD and autism?
Okay, spray bottle, water, lavender on your curtains, on their bed sheets. Some people even use it on a diffuser necklace. Like you can just get like a little clay necklace and even involve them, let them make them. You can, there's also a couple of blends you can use, a grounding blend. There's a focus blend. The focus blend you can put on their spine, and then the grounding blend you would actually put on the bottoms of their feet. That I know has been very helpful to several people I know.
Okay, C. Dean, ask yours again. And while we're waiting on C. Dean, WY Gold, I know you mentioned it once. What would work for eczema?
Ooh.
And then C. Dean wants to know what oils do you take for lupus and related issues?
Now lupus, I don't know anything about. I will look that one up. That's C. Dean.
Yes.
And then the other one was they were asking about just now.
Eczema.
Lupus. Eczema. Pretty sure lavender.
Kitty says she used, yeah, she says
lavender,
tea tree, melaleuca.
Yeah. But I want to make sure, because the thing with melaleuca, you gotta be really careful with it because it does have some astringent properties, and so you want to be careful with things like eczema because you don't want to add insult to injury. Okay, so I'm seeing, and that was the one I was thinking was cedarwood. Ylang Ylang can help with eczema. When I was talking about cradle cap, eczema was actually one of the things that it said with dermatitis. But the bigger one for eczema that I remembered was cedarwood, because I thought we had talked about that before, and that was the one that it was. The cedarwood is really good for that. I'm also seeing arbor vitae, and I don't remember that being a property of arbor vitae before. So that kind of
Simply's got a really good idea.
What?
But it would be more work on your part.
All right.
What if you post the oil on the Big Bear Homestead Facebook page so people can follow up with questions and answers?
I can do that as long as I don't put what company I'm with, and none of you can either.
Okay.
That has to be in private message.
What Fun Are We Creations? What Neuro properties does Ylang Ylang have?
What property? Neuro properties.
That's what I said. Simply, a carrier oil is something like
Coconut oil.
I was gonna help you out.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead. No, you don't.
No, finish
No,
up.
no, I'm not.
Coconut oil, olive oil. If you really had to, vegetable oil. I would recommend, even some of these oils are so strong, like oregano. When I use oregano on the bottoms of my feet, like when somebody's getting sick in our house, the very first thing I do is grab the closest lotion I have, doesn't matter what it is, and I put like 2 or 3 drops, which is really a lot because I can still feel the warming property of that hot oil on my feet, even with like, I'll use like a quarter size of regular lotion and then like 2 or 3 drops of oregano. I rub it all together and I put it on the bottoms of my feet, and my feet will instantly be warm. So it just depends on what you have available.
Okay, and Angel Man wanted to know when the essential book would be ready. And to the person who just gave us the latest thumbs down, why don't you come tell us what you don't like?
Take thumbs down and turn tucked their tail and ran.
Yeah. With the essential oils book should be ready here pretty soon.
Are you talking about this one, this Essential Life?
Yeah, that's a
okay. So here's the skinny on that. Remember I told you guys that at convention that one of my friends was going to be able to get us books? Well, what she didn't know is that the third edition, I believe it is supposed to actually be out in October. So I'm going to be looking out for that. And then what we'll do is I think if we get 10 or more books, the price goes down drastically. It goes from like $25 a book to like $10 a book or $15 a book. Goes down $10 to $15 a book. So if we can get like 10, 12, 15 books, it would help everybody. I would be more than happy to just collect everybody's money together and just send them out and do it that way. And then what I can do, I should be able to just see, how these books are going as far as shipping. I'm not really sure what they're going to cost to ship, but we'll look into it when the time comes, because I don't think you're going to be spending enough in shipping that it's going to be still more than that $10 discount of buying in bulk.
Kitty, Angel Man, Jennifer Dunaway, or the three that are bam right
There's
off the bat.
more. I know I probably have 10 in here of people that told me, because I had people a while back email me and let me know that they wanted a book, and so I had names written down.
Old Alabama Gardener, I want to get to know you more, brother. You look like a wealth of information.
What did they say?
He has just been
You sure
awesome
it's
to. No, I'm not, but I naturally say he until I get corrected.
Okay.
But Basics to Living is once one.
Basics, so. What is your full name? Would it have been under base, like, the names I have are Teresa T. Flory, there's a Carolyn Smith, Zena, I haven't seen her in here, Zena Adams, she was on there, Old Ways, they wanted a book, Brenda Main, and then Michelle Boyd and Mary Sue Luther are the names that I have right now.
Heritage Preserve said they're interested in a book.
Okay, so send me an email at my email address, and just put your real name, not just your screen name on there, so I know by name who you are. And then just put in the subject, I want a book. And then that way when I go to order them, I can just go through all the subjects, and that way I'll know who all wanted one.
I hope he didn't. Old Alabama Gardener, you still there? I wasn't being funny. I'm being for real. I want to get to know you, brother. And it is a boy because he referred to his wife.
Oh, okay.
So... So, let's open it up for questions. Anyone? Where did he go?
Probably listening to the debate.
No, I mean, that man is full of, he's like the male version of Rain.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Well, that's cool. The Essential Life. It's my go-to book, especially when the internet's not around. So, hubby needed to get off to work. No debate here.
Oh, Cat Lover, is Old Alabama Gardener your husband?
No, can't be.
I said it can't be.
Yes, Rain is wonderful. We love her. Define therapeutic. Ooh. Oh, there we go. And put your email address in my latest video. As soon as I see Copy your email, delete the comment. That way your email won't be publicly there. You don't get messages through Facebook? I mean, through YouTube?
Somebody was having a trouble. Hey, old Alabama gardener, do you do Skype?
Jennifer, you're cheating.
Jennifer
Dunaway.
Oh.
I'd like a book when you order them, please. Busting me out for having my phone on.
Use the oils email. Kitty, put that up, please.
Oh, tinnitus. I have that written down. Everybody listen up. I did find it for you because I have been really bad and didn't put it down on my Facebook anywhere. Okay, so the oils that you need for the tinnitus mix are cypress, juniper berry, lavender, and helichrysum. Now, lavender's a mid-level. Juniper berry, I think, is pretty halfway expensive because it's like a little 5 milliliter bottle, not a big 15 milliliter bottle. But cypress, I think, is rather cheap. But helichrysum is like, the bottle is like a little 5 milliliter bottle, and it's like $100.
Any oils to use for glaucoma?
Let me look. I'm not familiar with, and I gotta look up lupus too.
Okay, number 7, thumbs down. Why did you thumb down us? Come on in here and tell us why.
I'm probably just a hero. Glaucoma. Not surprising. Helichrysum and frankincense, those are both restorative, have restorative properties. So, and then also arbor vitae, they're saying. Let's see. What?
Simply says peppermint oil helps take the edge off of tooth pain.
I just wish I could do more.
Robyn, I read from another company with something to sell, so take it as that therapeutic was a made-up name to sell a product. I simply want a better understanding.
Okay. That I'm not sure of. I don't really worry about the therapeutic part as I do the pure part.
Jordan needs something for leg cramps, please.
Leg cramps. Leg cramps. That would be, what do we use? Ginger. We've used cypress before. There's a lot of different, is it like a muscle cramp? Is that what we're talking about?
Can you use clove on a toothache while we're waiting for that answer?
Yeah, I believe so. I think so. I know you could use cedar wood. What were we talking about? Tooth pain.
Tooth pain. She
Did she
stopped
answer me about muscle?
eating carbs and keeps saying her legs are cramping up. Potassium. She needs potassium.
Yeah, potassium. She needs
Eat a
some
banana.
bananas. Tooth pain. Clove, yeah. But we had also read, like we were talking about cedarwood. Cedarwood's supposed to help, but you don't want to ingest it. You want to spit it out after you're done with it. You can also look up oil pulling. I've heard some really good things about oil pulling to help restore and maintain like anything having to do with oral health.
Old Alabama Gardener, did you get our email from here? It was posted for you.
Yeah. Yeah, leg cramps. That would be my first thing would be bananas, just from my good old days of But yeah, we've used like I've even used like wintergreen, and that's the one I think I'm going to talk about next week is wintergreen. We've used wintergreen, cypress, cedarwood. There's a lot of different, even the lemongrass. I think I sent you guys some lemongrass. I think y'all ordered some. The lemongrass is actually anti-inflammatory, so you can try lemongrass. Lavender, anything like that.
Okay, so if y'all could stop in the chat room for just a minute, I want to talk about something.
We'll put together a new one this week.
Okay, now, a lot of us know what's going on over there at Simply Circus with Nicole's mouth. She has her, what is it, GoFundMe or?
No, it's
what
just a donating.
Just a donating page
Site, yeah.
site set up. Well, this is what we want to do to help out. For the next,
Let's just say for the next 3 weeks, and then we'll extend it if we feel
Yeah.
like we need to.
for the next 3 weeks, anything that is purchased through our website, unfortunately we can't do this with the oils, but anything that's purchased through our website, we will take 20% and give that to Simply Circus to help her get her teeth fixed. So, if y'all were thinking about getting a shirt or thinking about getting some pot holders and blah blah blah, whatever, now's the time. And if we need to extend it, we will. So from this month, for this Monday to 2 more Mondays after this, anything that we sell via our website, we're going to try to put up some new stuff too. 20% goes over there to Simply Circus. So, do we have dryer balls? Not on the website, but
I can make them.
we can make them. Can one get a large jar through you? I don't know what that means.
Large jar of what?
I don't know. So, now, let's talk about the giveaway.
Okay.
Because I totally dropped the ball on that. Today was just a horrific day. I was putting out all kinds of fires all day today. Suburban Hillbillies back in time for the giveaway. Whoop, whoop. Well, he timed that perfectly. So, let's see.
Time. I don't know, Ginger. Oh no.
You know what? I would do that if you guys could guarantee me right now that this hat would go for at least $100, and because then I'd give it all to Simply Circus. This hat, how it stands right now. If you guys would auction it off and say that the minimum price is 100 bones to go to Simply Circus, I'll let it go.
Mm-mm.
I'll take it right off my head and put it in a box.
Are
Nope.
you gonna wash it first?
Nope, I'm not gonna wash it. Hey, simply, we don't need any of your input.
Oh, there's 25.
Okay, we got 25.
Sorry, had to.
Miss Floyd, are you serious? 100 bones. Yes, that's US dollars.
We could probably do that too, Fun Are We?
Okay, we got 100 for the hat.
Can we do an online auction? I don't. The problem with that would be that it might. I don't know.
Okay, what we'll do is we will set it up.
Does it come free with the smells? Y'all are just having way too much fun now.
All right, so
No, see the problem with eBay Kitty is I would rather it go to somebody that we know, not some I don't know.
and let me tell y'all something. Simply, you know I love you now because it's like my favorite hat. So
yeah, that's the other thing too is that eBay takes fees.
yeah.
That's the whole that's the sole reason why we do our own website and just sell everything, and the only thing we pay on it is PayPal. You know, PayPal takes a little bit. So.
Okay, so Kitty said let's do the live auction right now. Miss Floyd started to bid at $100.
And there it is.
So anybody want to beat $100?
I feel like the movie I don't know.
Can we get 125?
Probably not.
See, talk like that is the way we won't get 125.
Well,
125. Come on, it's for Simply. Is there a pumpkin spice oil?
no. Not funny, Jordan.
Uh-oh, Cat Lover says if we give it a week, we'll get more than 100.
You know what we could do? We could just do an auction on the Facebook page.
But see, not everybody's on Facebook.
Oh, well.
You know what? On this thread, okay, we'll let it stand that as soon as this is over, Miss Floyd has the standing bid of $100 for one week. We'll let it ride and see how it goes.
We'll announce it next Monday.
Yeah, and we'll announce it next Monday. But you can put your bid on this thread for whatever. And Miss Floyd, you automatically get the sample tonight. And if you don't, okay, what do you guys want to do? Now they're saying email bids. I like the email.
We could do that. Just everybody send the bid to the email. And let's do it to the oils email just because the Big Bear Farms email gets so many.
Much. Yeah.
Just send it to the Big Bear Farms oils email, And we'll just let's do it that way. That way it'll be a silent auction.
Yep. Okay. And so we'll do it like that.
Okay.
Kitty, put up that Big Bear Farms oils, please. And we'll let it run until next Monday's show.
Which will be October the 3rd.
To do a third. And I will, on the video that I put up, on the 22 for 22 video that I put up tomorrow, because I got to get a lot of them up, I will make mention about the auctioning. Yeah, I'll do a vid about the auction. Yep.
Yeah, so the word will get out.
And then,
Okay. Perfect.
perfect. So, Miss Floyd gets a sample of the oil tonight. And, Miss Floyd, we're going to send you something special as a surprise also.
Well, we love her anyway. She's absolutely such a supportive, wonderful person. She'll send me little messages and emails, and she's just really, really a nice lady.
The oils email.
The oil, yeah,
Yep.
the oils email.
Yep.
Okay. Explain to Lonely Prepper because
Okay.
he's asked a couple times.
All right, Lonely Prepper, what has come up right off the cuff is we're auctioning off this hat, this cover, right here. And all the proceeds are going straight to
Simply Circus.
Simply Circus to help her get her mouth fixed.
Her
teeth
oral
fixed.
surgery and stuff.
And so I'm auctioning off my favorite hat. And the bidding has started at $100. Miss
Flory.
Flory
Sorry.
has started the auction off at $100, and we're going to let it go for a week. Also, Lonely. Anything that we sell on our website for the next 3 weeks. Now we can't do it with the oils, but everything else that's on our website for the next 3 weeks, we are donating 20% to help Simply get her
Teresa's funny.
So, do you want to do another giveaway tonight for the oil for the second time?
Yeah, we can.
Okay.
Cat lover. Okay, thought maybe it was so you would not send it. LOL.
Hey, I like that idea, Miss. My sugar mama got. Okay, Simply wants to throw in a
You can do
Febreze.
a homemade Febreze giveaway to
Yep.
the person who
Could-
buys the hat. There you go.
There you go.
Yeah, because she has a Febreze, homemade Febreze that she makes. I tried to go to Big Bear Farms. The S is, it's a Big Bear Farms oils at Gmail.
So,
Yeah. There you go. Alright, guys.
okay, so for the oil giveaway tonight, Simply, since we've been talking about you a lot tonight and we're on Skype, Simply send me a color. Pick a color. Send it to me on Skype. Once I get the color, I'll make a motion and then I'll say go, and then you guys try to guess the color. It's an adjustable Velcro. That's the first time I think since I bought it I've done that.
Rainbow.
Amanda, you gotta wait. That's a color?
Really? That's cheesy.
I'll let you know if you're outbid. Okay. Send me a color I can pronounce.
May have to be stuffed and mounted.
Okay. Alright, here we go. Whoop. Take the hat off. And go.
Aubergine.
Starting
Chartreuse. What is
now.
Lavender, green.
Purple. Lady Hawthorne, got it. Lady Hawthorne is our winner.
Crappy skin look. Salmon, y'all are funny. Her first one was magenta. None of y'all got that, but I saw fuchsia and chartreuse. Oh, good. Way to go.
All right, Lady Hawthorne, go to the oils email and send Mommy your address. So that way we can get that out to you guys. So we know there's now an auction for my hat. Can't believe I'm doing that. Anything that's bought on our website for the next 3 weeks, 20% is going there. And all right, so last couple of minutes here. You know, Cat Lover, I was actually considering what you said, but that would be. I don't think my hand would write that. I don't think it would do it. But you know what? To make the auction even better, I will autograph it. I'll get out a permanent marker and I'll autograph it right across there. So,
Do you have any more questions?
anyway. So, okay, y'all. Well, we love you. We'll see you next week. Don't forget to go to the website, www.bigbearhomestead.com. And don't forget the homesteadnetwork.com. And don't forget to, if you haven't yet, submit your email. And hey, well, I got 76 of y'all in here. Don't forget that little bell icon that I talked about last night in the Insomnia Club to be able to get notifications about when we put out a new email. YouTube's doing the whole Facebook thing now. You've got to click that you want to know every time we put out a video. So if you go up to our homepage and you see where it says subscribe and you see that little bell right there, click on it and then say yes, you want all the notifications. So there you go. Oh. Bell done. Awesome, y'all. So, thanks for coming by. Don't forget to send your bid for the cover to Big Bear Farms Oils at hotmail.com. And don't forget to visit the website. We love you guys.
Yeah, innocent comments being put in the spam folder. We'll look.
Yeah, I read them and then blam, I just approve them.
No problem, Jennifer. Anytime.
So, and we will holler at you guys on Saturday. Take care. Be looking for the next predator control video tomorrow. And then the home maintenance on Wednesday. We will start the sustainable series on Thursday. And our prepping series, our intro to sustainable comes out Thursday. And our intro to preparedness comes out Friday. So we'll see you guys then. Later.